Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder. It's our First NBC Bank Weekend Preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank with 35 locations throughout Southeast Louisiana and the Florida Panhandle. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. The Manning Passing Academy arrives, and it's an anniversary of sorts. Lenny, it's amazing that it's been around this long.
I can remember when this started. Innocently enough, less than 200 campers and a 3 or 4 day period in June on Tulane's campus. It was the brainchild of the Manning family, and Buddy Tevens was the coach at Tulane at the time. Of course, the Manning's still involved. Buddy is still involved, continues to come back. Now back at Dartmouth as head coach. Jeff Hawkins, who was on the Tulane staff at the time, is now a senior administrator at the University of Oregon, continues to come back and be involved. But it has truly evolved into a huge event, taking up every bit of field space they can find down at Nichols, using the dorms. Over 1,200 kids will be there. We'll see the best of the best in college football serving as campers, and we'll get a chance to visit with the Mannings and the campers, or the camp counselors, I should say, come Friday, and stay with us here at SportsNOLA.com. We'll have a lot of coverage for now.
Always good, a lot of content. You'll want to check it out here at SportsNOLA.com. I'm quite sure you will enjoy it. Sticking with the football theme, the New Orleans VooDoo back in action Friday night at San Jose. And not that we pay a whole lot of attention to such things, but it's the best team in the league and possibly the worst team in the league, according to records. San Jose is a 32-point favorite in this game.
Wow. I didn't know. I didn't even know arena football had such numbers. Entertainment purposes only, of course, folks. But hey, you still have to line up and play. And as we know, with the nets and the walls and the ball can bounce in mysterious ways. It isn't round to oblong, so you got to go out there and play. But clearly, San Jose deserves to be a prohibitive favorite in this game.
Well, that's a good spin. I mean, they're the best team in the league. But let me give you a little bit of a better spin than that. San Jose was undefeated and facing a winless Los Angeles Kiss team 3 weeks ago. You know who won? The winless team.
It can happen. Mm-hmm. It can happen. We've seen it not just in arena football, but the regular football, a lot of other sports as well. It can happen.
All right, the New Orleans Zephyrs on the road at Round Rock right before the All-Star break. Sunday will be their last game prior to taking a break. Boy, they had a good stretch going. They were playing very well, but then lost 3 straight to Iowa to close out their most recent homestand. Austin Nola, of course, a part of the story now, and everybody watching him very closely, and rightfully so. So in Round Rock, and hopefully right the ship a little bit to get themselves in better position prior to the break.
One thing we'll be watching for here as July starts to head towards the second half is the best player in the Marlins system, by far, is Giancarlo Stanton. He's got to come back from injury. Wouldn't it be cool to be able to see him come through New Orleans on rehab maybe later in the month of July? We'll see how that plays out, but just something to watch for as we start to make our way into the second half of baseball season.
You never really know. So it could happen. It might happen. Stay tuned. Still waiting on the Pelicans and Norris Cole. We expect that'll get done because I suspect, Lenny, they're going to match even if somebody gives them an offer.
Yeah, I think Cole was clearly a key part of what they were able to do in the second half of the 2014-15 season. Got to believe, we haven't heard Alvin Gentry talk a lot about specific personnel and just in dribs and drabs, but obviously Cole's not under contract, so it's hard for him to really talk about that. But it would seem like, based on what Gentry wants to do, he would fit that tremendously.
High school football, of course, new previews up on the site at SportsNOLA.com every day from teams from all over the state. Make sure you check those out as we get ready for the high school football season. Scrimmages in mid-August, jamborees in late August, and the start of the regular season, first week of September.
It'll be here before you know it. It really will. Summer is we're halfway done with summer already. It will be here. They'll be practicing probably first week of August. So it will truly it'll be summer over and football on. Literally in just a couple of weeks. Like SEC Media Days are Monday. Is that the signal that the summer is now over and we can start counting down the days?
No question. And keep up with recruiting with Renee Nato as well, always at SportsNOLA.com. Lenny, that'll do it. Have yourself a great weekend.
All right. Jude and I will be here on Monday. You enjoy a couple of days extra off there, and we'll see you back next week.
I look forward to it. Should be refreshed. That's our first NBC Bank weekend preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank with 35 locations throughout the greater New Orleans area into Florida and growing. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. He's Lenny. I'm Kenny. Have a great weekend, and God bless you.